Our latest barometer dropped and there's been some few small changes since last November, but what's probably more interesting is what local advertisers say they're going to focus on in 2023. We'll check it out in about 30 seconds.
Welcome to Corey's Local Marketing Minute, an enlightening and entertaining look at what's happening in local marketing. Corey's Minute is brought to you by AdCellerant. Why should you be working with AdCellerant? Here's CEO Brock Berry.
Hi, my name's Brock Berry, CEO and co-founder at AdCellerant. AdCellerant's total digital agency software solution, UI.marketing, is being leveraged by over 300 local media companies and ad agencies in 5 countries. We're proud that our team has landed on this year's Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing private companies for the 5th year in a row. If you're already partnering with AdCellerant, thank you. If not, reach out to us so we can get a conversation started today.
Learn more at adcellerant.com or book a demo by emailing info@adcellerant.com. And now, the shaman of local marketing, Corey Elliott.
Greetings, everybody. We are back with another Burrell Business Barometer. But before we get into it, remember to subscribe and hit like and comment on these things, or on my choice of apparel, or my sweet, sweet dance moves. Okay, so we got the results from our latest barometer. That's the set series of questions we ask local advertisers every 3 months, kind of gauge where their head's at. I want to share those results, but I also want to share what they say is on their minds for 2023. Okay, let's go. Okay, first question is looking at the past. Over the past 6 months, you think it's gotten easier or harder to sustain a small business? Here's what they just said. 7% said it's gotten easier. While last year at this time, 14% said it's gotten easier. About the same amount said it's gotten harder. 62% this year, 60% last year. But remember, they're looking backwards. And if you think about November, December of 2021, looking backwards over 2021, it was kind of dicey then for a lot of local advertisers. So this doesn't shock me too much, though this is a lot smaller than pre-pandemic times. What do they think about the present conditions? How would you characterize the current economic situation in the U.S. for sustaining a small business? Good, excellent, or poor? Sorry, good, excellent, or poor? Last year this time, 26% said good or excellent. Now it's 19%. Poor, 28% this year, 24% last year. So their outlook on the present situation is a little gloomier than it was last year. Again, I gotta think about what they're coming out of in 2021. So what about the future? During the next 6 months, economic conditions for sustaining a small business in the U.S. will get better or get worse. Got it right that time. Last year, 19% said it would get better, 34% said it would get worse. Now, 13% said it would get better, and 40% said it would get worse. So, okay, a little on the gloomy side. I think that R word is still looming out there. I said gloomy and looming. Glooming, looming, glooming. Oh, a recession is glooming. Trademark. Finally, how does all of this affect their marketing spend, or at least what they think they're going to be spending? Okay, last year, 29% said they'd be spending more than they did in the past 6 months. This time, 19% said they would. About the same said they're going to spend less, 15%, 17%. But remember, there's also this category, about maintaining spend. A full 62% said they're going to maintain the same level of spend they did in the last 6 months. So, seeing as we're starting 2023, what's on their minds when they think about spending this money? We asked about 2023, and what is their biggest marketing advertising priority? And it was an open-ended question. They could write anything they wanted. Then we kind of grouped the answers. Only 3 were mentioned by at least 10% of the panel. 11% of the panel said something about digital marketing, while 18% said something about cost-effective ads. But a full 37% mentioned something about their customer base, about either retaining it or growing it, finding new customers. So we tore that apart a little bit and looked at a couple different responses inside of that set. Venn diagram time. Okay, we noticed when they talked about their customers, they're either talking about retaining and growing current customers, or growing and acquiring new customers, or sometimes both. So if you look at these responses, how did it play out? 18% of those who mentioned customers as a priority in 2023 only mentioned retaining current customers, while 61% mentioned only growing new customers, and 21% mentioned both. So, what does this mean? Well, remember, they're looking at the next 6 months. They're kind of glooming about it. Almost 2/3 are going to maintain their spend. But when you combine these two, 82% of the SMBs who mentioned growing a customer base as a priority told us it's going to involve new customers, finding new clients. That's the opportunity to help a local advertiser expand their reach beyond their own people and get new ones. If they say they're focused on customers, there's a 4 out of 5 chance that they're going to be interested in gaining new customers. And that's where a marketer could come in. That got very colorful, didn't it? Oh, wait a minute. That's an NFT, right? I can get $99 for that, right?
You've been watching Corey's Local Marketing Minute, sponsored by our friends at Adcelerant. Learn more at adcelerant.com. Remember, if you'd like to hear more of Corey's insights, check out the Local Marketing Trends podcast. Just Google Burrell Podcast or look for the podcast link on BurrellAssociates.com.